Oh.
Yeah, some more.
Good run. Good exercise. Alright, now let's move forward.
Hello Future Damien, it's the 7th of February 2021 and I'm sweaty as hell because I just came back from running. So yeah, running has become like my new favorite pastime, my new bonding activity, my new time killer, and also a way to achieve the means of nights out, but that's totally not what I run for at all. All in all, this week we've ran a total of maybe 17.5 kilometers altogether, tracked and untracked. So I've gone running like a total of 3 times this weekend. First was yesterday with Stanley, Sinray and Brian, and we ran around Sinray's estate.
Wadio! Wadio!
I actually just woke up.
The second time was this morning with Sinray, Brian and Mingjun around Mingjun's estate. And the last time was just now because I wanted to add in a few more kilometers to the platoon's weekly score. One of the other things that's been happening this month is that I've been applying for uni applications. In fact, pretty much just one uni application, which is NTU's Arts Design and Media School / course thing. It is not a simple submission at all, because on top of the standard uni application process, which you have to submit documents and all that kind of stuff, you have to submit like a creative test, aptitude project submission thingy-majig, which includes a writing sample of 4 questions, a creative project of up to a minute of film or illustration / media piece / photographic album, and also a 3-part visual narrative drawing / abstract art aptitude test of sorts to see how well you can draw and whether you can tell a story through visual means, regardless of your medium of professionalism. And all that has to be submitted by the end of 2 weeks from now, 21st of February 2021, which is exactly the same deadline that we had last year, except we were bogged down with internship and we just decided to give it up for future us, which is me. So good luck with that. I feel very, very screwed, but this is also going to be quite interesting to try to stay creative over the course of this month, which is pretty much only like next weekend. Now, one of the things I've been thinking about over the weeks, in fact since quite a couple of weeks ago, the feeling of transitioning from service term to pro term. There's this really strange, silly, absurd comparison that I have, which is going from different seasons or different series of this kids fantasy power football anime called Inazuma 11. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the show, basically what happens is a bunch of 14-year-olds play power soccer using the elements and their wits and strength and training, and they kick the balls into each other's faces, and then there's like this whole alien invasion plot, but turns out they were actually just genetically modified superhumans, and then turns out like it's an international sport and like other countries are really good at it too, and there's a whole cast of characters. What I'm trying to say is that the team compositions, the people compositions in OCS feels like the team compositions and the people compositions in that show. There's like an absurdly large cast of different characters in Inazuma 11. You get introduced to them one at a time as the team expands in size. Some people join and some people leave, and maybe you can start to see where the comparison comes when you change the show seasons, or even like the different like series, like alternate universes and stuff. You see familiar characters they've grown to like know and love sort of leave you, and then after that these other characters that well maybe are totally different like perceptions of this character, like oh he's super distant, he's not gonna be like plot relevant at all, or he seems like an absolute asshole, and all of a sudden like they are taking center stage and they join the main team, and then you realize like they're completely different people than you expected, and you grow to like them. Not saying that this has happened in exactly that manner, but it's a really surreal experience, and like I couldn't get this metaphor of Inazuma 11 and the people in OCS out of my head. I won't deny that the atmosphere and the feeling of the platoon and maybe the wing will never really be the same as it was in service term, but that is kind of to be expected, I guess. Still going to continue missing it, but at the same time, I hope that what we have and what we forge in Pro Term is going to be as good, if not better, than what it was before. Besides that, I don't really have a lot to say. I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my time this evening, and I will see you next week. Future Damien. Hello Future Damien, it is the 7th of February 2019. It's not 2019 anymore.